Hey superhero fans, it's FitNerd. If you're enjoying our super content, then hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you can stay updated on the superhero world. Today we're going to break down the Black Panther movie. Warning, this video will contain spoilers, so if you have not seen the movie yet, then just hit the subscribe button and come back to it later. Now, without further ado, let's break it down. Alright, so the Black Panther movie is finally out. It's broken records in the box office. We've been anticipating this movie. I have been saying that it's going to be better than the Thor Ragnarok movie, and I do believe it is better than the Thor Ragnarok movie. So let's break it down and see why. From the beginning of the movie, we get the whole basis, the whole origin of how the Black Panther tribe existed and several other tribes. And it's from this vibranium meteorite. Now this is pretty accurate to the comics itself, and I actually like that they stayed true to the comics. The tactic or the way that Marvel introduced the Black Panther character to the fans now, it is similar to the way that Stan, the creator of the Black Panther, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, introduced him in the comics. They didn't just go all out and create a solo series for him right off the bat. They introduced him through the Fantastic Four in 1966, issue number 52. Now in issue number 52, he came against the Fantastic Four, not as enemies, but to test his strength, to see if he was strong enough to fight against Claw later on. This is the main purpose of why he did it. And in issue number 53, we also get acknowledged the way that he became Black Panther and how he got his powers. Now, they did this similar in the movie. In the movies, we got introduced into Black Panther through Civil War. From Civil War, we get introduced Black Panther, his father dies, he's supposed to take on the mantle. We know that much. And then he got a huge fan base from there. Then they went off and did his solo film that literally continued from the Civil War movie. Now, you guys gotta keep in mind that the timelines are a little bit different. They're not all synchronized right now. This all happened before Spider-Man Homecoming. So this is literally months before Spider-Man Homecoming and all that. But it is all connected, leading towards the Infinity War. The way they handled the origin of the entire Black Panther, they didn't spend a large amount of time on explaining the entire, how the tribes came to be, how the meteorite, and it was literally within the first 5 minutes of the movie, we got the whole spiel of how Wakanda came to be. Now, a slight difference in how he connected to the Avengers and how he became a team member to the Avengers, because he is going to become a member of the Avengers eventually. In the comics, it wasn't until 1968 in issue number 52, again, issue number 52 of the Avengers, where he became a member of the Avengers, helping Captain America. In 1977 is when Black Panther gets his own comic. Now, if we go back to Age of Ultron, Claw is where Ultron gets his vibranium for the Vision suit, which is also tying in to why T'Challa's father went to find the vibranium and found out that it was his brother that betrayed him. Now this is all interconnected with what happened in Ultron, which is really cool on the continuity. Now if we look at the character of Killmonger, Killmonger in the comics did go to MIT, he did become a soldier, this is all the things, and even the fight scene on the cliff between T'Challa and Killmonger, straight out of the comics. That scene where he beats him and he tosses him right off of the cliff is straight comic book source material. Even the way that Black Panther has his powers, which we find out about back in 1966 in issue number 53 of the Fantastic Four, we learn that Black Panther gets his powers through eating herbs and goes through rigorous rituals. Now this is true to the comics, although in the comics he doesn't become Black Panther because his father was murdered. In fact, he actually had to fight his uncle, because you have to fight recent Black Panther in order to prove yourself to be the next one in line. And in the comics, he fights against Cyan, which is his uncle. Slight difference in the movie between how Cyan is actually treated in the movie itself. In the movie, he just backstabbed his brother basically, and then his brother kills him to save the boy, which we later find out is played by Forrest Whitaker. From the origin of where the tribes came from, so far from the powers that he gets and how he has his powers and the rituals that go as far as passing down the mantle, it is all straight out of the comic scene between T'Challa and his little sister, where his little sister says, "Oh look, another white boy that I have to fix up." Well, this white boy that they're talking about is the White Wolf, which we see at the end of the movie. This is one of the credit scenes, is that we see Bucky is up and running, and apparently his mind is nice and repaired. Now, shortly after this, we have seen in the previews for Infinity War that he has a new arm. And not only that, but in his new arm, you could clearly see all the similar lighting like Black Panther's suit. His similar lighting in the arm is actually a bright yellow, which means he's going to get a vibranium arm. So he's getting some major upgrades. And he's the one that they call the White Wolf. Now Stan Lee, of course, he has a cameo in the movie. Not as big as what people wanted, but I think it was cleverly inputted into the movie. Now it is sad to see Claw no longer with us, but it does make sense when Killmonger had to kill him in order to get the trust of the Wakandans so he can get in close enough to be able to take on Black Panther and take the throne away from him. I believe this was actually very well written, very well played. This movie was just so well written. It had such a well balance of humor, action, story. It was, honestly, this is one of the best Marvel movies up to date. Now, what do you guys think? Was the ending credits enough for you guys? For me, I thought it was okay because it literally tied in the rest of the movies that we just saw. I mean, it literally tied in that the Civil War when Bucky was left to the Wakandans to repair. So I think it was really well done because the next step is literally going to be Infinity War. This is all tying into Infinity War. The ending credits weren't as big. The cameo from Stan Lee, which we're all expecting is going to be a lot bigger in the Infinity War movie. So what do you guys believe? Leave it in the comments below, share this video, and I will see you in the next. This is Fit Nerd, over and out. If you enjoyed the content of our video, hit the like button and subscribe so you can stay updated with the here and now in the superhero world.